Hey everyone! So, if you're a therapist or a counselor in a military family, you already know how tough it can be to build a consistent career, right? Well, today, we're going to unpack a resource that could be a total game changer for you. It's a scholarship called MyCAA, and you're definitely going to want to stick around for this. Let's dive in. So, if this question on the screen is basically you, then you are in exactly the right place. We're talking directly to you, the mental health pros who are trying to balance your own amazing career with all the unique demands of military life. And trust me, this is an opportunity you'll want to hear all about. And here it is, the number you really need to remember: $4,000. Yep, $4,000. That's how much financial help we're talking about here, from a Department of Defense program made just to help you build a career that can move with you. It's a huge opportunity, and honestly, one that's surprisingly underutilized. But before we get into the nuts and bolts of the solution, let's just take a second to acknowledge the reality of the situation. I mean, being a clinician in a military family, it comes with a very specific set of challenges that most therapists just never have to deal with. You know, the Department of Defense actually gets it. They recognize these challenges. You've got the constant moves, that whole patchwork of state relicensing you have to navigate, the struggle to build up a consistent caseload. It creates this unique professional friction. And the program we're about to talk about, it was literally created to help solve this exact problem. And that brings us right to the solution, the My Career Advancement Account, or as it's known, the MyCAA Scholarship. Really, you should think of it as a tool that was specifically designed to help you jump over those career hurdles we were just talking about. So what is it at its core? Well, MyCAA is a workforce development program, and it's run through Military One Source. Its entire reason for being is to invest in you, the military spouse, to help you get the education for a career that can pack up and move right along with you, from one duty station to the next. So what makes this program so special? Well, first off, unlike the GI Bill, this is designed specifically for you, the spouse, not your service member. It's laser-focused on career portability, and it offers up to $2,000 per academic year, with that $4,000 lifetime cap we mentioned. It's basically a direct thumbs up from the DoD, acknowledging the professional sacrifices that military spouses so often make. All right, so now for the big question, right? Do you qualify? Let's break down the eligibility requirements, because they are pretty specific. So your eligibility is actually tied directly to your service member's rank and their status. The scholarship is open to spouses of active duty officers in the O1 to O5 range, enlisted members from E1 all the way up to E9, and warrant officers from W1 to W5. As you can see, that covers a really wide range of ranks across all the branches, which is great news. Now, there are also a few personal requirements. You've got to have a valid military spouse ID, your service member needs to be on active duty when you actually apply for the money, and this is the most important part for us today, you have to be pursuing training in a portable career field. And hey, as a clinician, you fit that description to a T. Okay, so now that you know you're probably eligible, what's next? Well, the next step is figuring out how to strategically use this money. Let's talk about one of the smartest investments you can make for your clinical career right now. First off, let's just be super clear. Your profession is the perfect example of what this program was built for. I mean, with the rise of telehealth and all these interstate licensure compacts, the career of a mental health clinician is more portable today than it has ever been. It's a whole new ballgame. So the real question is, how do you get the most bang for your buck? How can you use this $4,000 to not just add a skill, but to make yourself more effective, more in demand, and, more resilient to that next inevitable move? One of the most powerful options you should seriously consider is getting trained in EMDR, or eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. It's a specialized, evidence-based psychotherapy that is in crazy high demand right now. This quote, it really just hits the nail on the head. The military community faces higher rates of trauma, everything from combat PTSD to the unique stressors of military family life. So by getting trained in EMDR, you are perfectly, and I mean perfectly, positioned to serve the very community you're already a part of. And the benefits here are just so practical. An EMDR certification is a skill that travels with you. It's your credential, and it doesn't just disappear because you move to a new state. You're investing in yourself in a way that is completely independent of your location, all while meeting a really critical need in our community. And look, this isn't some fringe training we're talking about. We're talking about a therapy that is recognized by the heaviest hitters in mental health, the World Health Organization, the American Psychological Association, and yep, even the Department of Veterans Affairs. That adds immediate credibility and a seriously powerful tool to your clinical toolbox. Okay, so let's say you're interested. The next logical question is, how in the world do I actually do this? Well, the good news is the application is a really straightforward 5-step process. Okay, so how do you actually do it? Well, it starts with confirming your eligibility on the MyCAA website. Super easy. Next, you'll need to find an MDRIA-approved training program. That's the official governing body for EMDRs, so it's kind of like a seal of quality. Then, you just submit your plan through their online portal. Once your plan gets the green light, you can enroll, and finally, you complete the training. See, it's a super clear path from A to Z. And finally, just a few practical things to keep in the back of your mind. EMDR works really well with telehealth, which is just perfect for a portable practice. This training can often count towards your continuing education credits, so definitely check with your state licensing board on that. And hey, remember, you have that $4,000 lifetime benefit, so it really pays to plan strategically. So here's the bottom line. This scholarship exists. It was designed for you, for your profession, and for your unique circumstances as a military spouse. It's a truly valuable benefit that's just, well, it's just waiting there for you to use it to advance your career. And that's really the question I want to leave you with. How could taking advantage of this opportunity, investing in a high-impact skill like EMDR, transform not only your own career path, but also your ability to serve a community that truly, truly needs you? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.